Welcome to the Daniel Green Show. I'm your host, Donald Green, and I'm here today to talk about the fantasy news. You know, we always ask, what is the fantasy news? But does anyone ever ask, how is the fantasy news? Daniel has given me permission to talk about the news, the fantasy news.
Whatever Jake said, I completely agree with it.
The fantasy news, it's flowing all right. Our first and arguably most pressing story. Movies are back, baby. We did it. We brought them back. Jurassic Park. We got Top Gun. We got Minions. Gentle Minions. What is that? Teenagers going to see the Minions movie, Rise of Gru? For the fantasy genre, Minions are very important. They blend the best parts of Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. What did the Minions do in the 1930s and up till 1945? We don't know. And we don't need to know. The grandmas are seeing it sincerely, and the Zoomers are seeing it ironically. It's therefore cinema. There's a unity again. But on to our next story. Gru has risen. I was really tempted to just do a whole fantasy news that's just about Minions. Just somehow it's all related to Minions, but I want Daniel to still be my friend. Daniel loves and respects me.
Whatever Jake said, I completely agree with it. 100%.
Netflix announced that the Duffer Brothers, those crazy guys who do the Stranger Things, they're doing their own production projects on the side apparently because they're wildly successful, because Stranger Things is one of the most watched and longest watched shows on Netflix. So Netflix tweeted the projects that they're working on, and a lot of people were excited because currently in development is an all-new live-action television adaptation of Death Note. I don't know much about Death Note. I feel like there are probably a lot in this goblin horde who know a lot about Death Note, and I'm very curious to hear what people's reactions are. Sound off in the comments. I mean, Netflix just has had a bad track record with this, right? With Cowboy Bebop kind of falling flat on its face. Give them a shot. Give those crazy brothers a shot to do this one really tough project to make. Oh, there's a lot more. Okay. A new original series from creators Jeffrey Addis and Will Matthews. I guess they did Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. So, don't know what that's going to be. And here's one I'm excited about, even though I actually haven't read this book. They're going to be doing a series adaptation of Stephen King and Peter Straub's The Talisman. Any Stephen King stuff that's even tangentially related to the Dark Tower, that's getting made and turned into TV and stuff, I'm excited for. There's more. A new stage play set within the world of Stranger Things. We're getting a stage play. That's all right. And finally, a live-action Stranger Things spin-off based on an original idea by the Duffer Brothers. What do I think of all this? I think that Netflix is releasing this after the wildly successful season 4 of Stranger Things. It seemed like they hit a home run just in terms of viewership. I mean, I personally think that it was a step up from previous seasons. So I feel like Stranger Things is going to be like what Star Wars has become now, which is it's just going to become like this nostalgic thing that we are always returning to and always revisiting, because it's like Inception nostalgia. It's like nostalgia for nostalgia. That's what it's going to be in like 20 years. In a way, that's kind of like Star Wars, where Star Wars was like a nostalgia for 1930s like serials like Flash Gordon and stuff. But today's generation, we have no connection to that. So it's like we're nostalgic for something that was already nostalgic. I think that's going to be Stranger Things in 20 years. Am I making sense? Moving on to Lord of the Rings news. There was a sneak peek exclusive for Amazon Prime. It's just a short minute-long teaser showing some stuff going on. People were really excited about seeing the Ents walking talking trees. I have really no opinions on it. I mean, it looks expensive. It's just a comet, what looks like a comet flying through the sky. Yeah, just a lot of images. There's really no way to judge these things anymore. I personally didn't think the sneak peek was that compelling. I thought it was just a little overdone. Single note piano key, then boom. It has like all the trailer cliches packed into one, and I feel like that's kind of what we can expect from the Amazon show. They're putting so much money into this that it's going to be like, it's going to be like a Marvel movie where it might be good, but they're going to be playing it safe. I think they're going to be playing it really safe, especially this first season. I'll watch it and see what happens. Classic Daniel Green cutaway. I totally forgot to mention something, and that's Ace Publishers. They are releasing new special editions of the Dune books, the 2 sequels, and they released the cover art. So Dune Messiah and Children of Dune, they are getting the special edition treatment that the first Dune got, and what is generally regarded as a very good special edition. I think these covers look magnificent. However, I still don't like the font. Like, what is it? It just looks like cheesy 90s dinosaur cartoon.
Whoa, Jake. You don't get to handle the whole fantasy news in the palm of your hand. That's too much power. You're not Jay, you're Jake. You have too many letters. And for that reason, I'm going to be covering 2 stories today that got posted in the middle of the night. I'm here at WadCon, it is midnight, and I'm here to cover the last minute fantasy news story. And the first one is going to be that we had an updated screenshot of the new Golem game, or not screenshot, trailer I should say. Here's my screenshot of that. And I had a lot of people the last time I covered this commenting like, it'll look way better when they give us new gameplay. Well, here's the new gameplay. Here's the like to dislike ratio.
Oh, I'm eating my words.
And in the last update we are going to be getting this late in the night, there is going to be a Japanese release of Robert E. Howard's Conan books, and this is what the cover for those is going to look like. And may I say, magnificent. Thank you, everyone. Back to Jake.
In additional news, and for doing this, I kind of mined Daniel's Discord because you're all posting stories that you think are important. I couldn't help but notice there were a ton of posts about Avatar this week, and I don't know if you just all love Avatar. I'm kind of jumping on the Avatar hype train. To be clear, I am referring to Avatar: The Way of Water, the James Cameron film that is the sequel to Avatar 2009. I think. I have good memory. 2009. I bet you Avatar came out in 2009. It's become a meme, just like how long these movies have been in development. There's something kind of exciting about someone in Hollywood who's able to have a vision and can afford to have a vision and is getting backing by the studio system to do something on a massive scale like James Cameron has done. And history has shown that you can't really bet against James Cameron. And even when I've always heard about like they're doing 4 sequels to Avatar, like it sounds stupid. It just sounds stupid. But when James Cameron is doing it, it's like, this might be good. The reason why everyone was posting about it is because there's a new Empire profile or something going on with their advertising Avatar. They get some exclusive press access. So James Cameron was interviewed and said some controversial things in how Avatar: The Way of Water is going to be very long and how people need to normalize going out and peeing during the movie. First off, people don't like to do that. They don't like to miss part of the movie, but I also like James Cameron just going like, you don't need to watch all my movie. Just take a break. Like, it's not that important. When I watched Elvis, I had to pee like 3 times, I swear. I don't like doing that. Because you're always guessing like, okay, is this a good scene to leave? Theatrical movie experiences, maybe they're just going to become really long. It's going to become like an event. You have to like pack food and supplies. And he also has hinted that he may not be directing the last 2 Avatar movies because apparently Avatar 2 and 3 were filmed back to back. So those are in the can. Avatar 2 is ready to go. It's coming out this year, obviously. Avatar 3 is definitely coming out. He said, depending on how people respond to those 2 movies, then they're going to film 4 and 5. He did say that Avatar 4 is a whatever that means. This is my Minions Rise of Gru. Thank you everyone for watching and putting up with me this week. Daniel trusts me 100% and he has never expressed any doubt in my abilities.
Whatever Jake said, I completely agree with it.
Grateful to have done this. I hope you all have a terrific week. Thanks for putting up with me. Bye-bye.